Good morning, YouTube family. Good morning. All right. If you hear my voice sound a little weird because I'm kind of under the weather. All right. So, welcome back to another video. It's been a while. I haven't done a video, but in this video, I'm gonna have something that I really want to talk to you guys about because not because my channel don't really touch on these issues. There is a series on my channel that I talk about that I call Veranda Talk, and as long as the issue hits home. When I say hit home, I mean that it is relevant to the ordinary Jamaican, then we will talk about it because our channel talk about home and garden. So if it hits home, we're going to talk about it. And this one really hits home. Yeah, so I'm going to talk to you about two things this morning. I'm going to talk about a report that I saw in the Gleaner where the Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, is saying that he and his administration is going to be making the trading, smuggling of firearms in Jamaica illegal. Now, a lot of backlash has been coming at him since that report because a lot of people are saying that, my God, then we think that they're illegal from a long time. So I'm going to share that with you, and I'm also going to talk about the report where a Jamaican was sentenced for 9 months. I was going to say 9 years, for 9 months for illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. So those are the two issues that I'm going to talk about this morning. So stay with me. Remember to support the channel by liking the video, subscribe. Make sure that you subscribe. Tell your friends, tell them to come over and take in some good content, some good authentic Jamaican content. Alright, so stay tuned. That's what we're going to talk about today. Alright, so first we're going to talk about the story with the 9 months, the man who get the 9 months. Alright, I am sure that you have seen it all over social media by now. The man was picked up in St. Ann by the police, and he was found to have an illegal firearm and ammunition. He was then charged, and by the time he was locked up as well, so he was in lockup. But by the time the case had gone through the court, that man would have spent 8 months already behind bars in lockup. When the sentence was handed down, he was found, he pleaded guilty, and he was charged, and he was sentenced rather to 9 months in prison. Now, this had led many Jamaicans, local and abroad, to be saying, well, what kind of kangaroo business this is? A party shop business. Jamaica is not a real place and blah, 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 and all type of things. No, I share those sentiments as well. And that is why I did this. This is why I'm doing this video. Because this is just unacceptable. I mean, we know that Jamaica, based on reports, is the most murderous country on earth. In last year, 2021, Jamaica outdo countries like Guatemala, Brazil, Honduras, Mexico. So you would think that in a year 2021, Jamaica would do everything in its power to get the guns off the street and to give the requisite penalties to these criminals. However, this is not the case. 9 months, as I say, this is just a slap on the hand. But the police have been criticizing the sentence, and the Chief Justice, Brian Sykes, he responded. And I wanted to incorporate the clip, but I am just going to tell you what he said. Basically, he's saying in a nutshell that the police did not brought to the court any evidence to say that this man was a gangster, or this man belonged to, or was a part of a gang. He said that the police is saying he's an alleged gang member under law that is not admissible, which is right. He's correct on that. You know, the police is saying that he's a gang member. They should have brought the evidence, and this is really part of the problem with the Jamaican police and Jamaican justice system. You know, many times we hear of these circumstances, but it is how the cases have been prepared by the police. So in this case, the Chief Justice is saying that the police didn't bring or brought before the court the charge of gang member, or so he could be charged under the anti-gang legislation. You know, what they did was to charge him for illegal possession of firearm. And they are saying that basically this is not enough. This is not enough to convict him because no evidence was brought forward. And you can understand that. The police on the other hand is arguing that the sentence was was much too low given the circumstances, and then we have to understand that as well. But you know, I am here and I am asking myself, then 9 months, then what is the maximum? And you know, it led me to do some research, and I realized that the maximum for illegal possession of firearm is dependent on many factors. It's a complex factor. It's not just like, you know, 1, 2, 3 and the down. And Burnside even made mention of the fact that our court system in Jamaica, if a man plead guilty, there is something afforded to him under law that he can get a lower sentence. Now, that need for cut out. That need for remove. And if you really share my opinion of this, please just comment it down in the comment section for me, please, because this have to cut out. So that is really the case, you know. The court system in Jamaica need to be overall. I mean, this policy came on stream because they were saying that there are a lot of cases, you know, in the justice system. There's a backlog of cases in the justice system, so you need to. But come on, that's not how it is. It's like basically I tell the man same can't go do it again. And issue was that the man was placed before the parish court, and there's a maximum amount of years the parish court can hand it down. So this is the trick now, you know. I don't know if it's 5, but I think it's 5 after speaking to somebody in law enforcement and in the justice system. I think it's 5 years as the maximum the parish court can hand down. So that is it again. But they not even give the man 3 years and 2 years and give the man 9 months. So, I mean, this is inexcusable. And this is indefensible. I mean, the Chief Justice come out and what he's saying is all good. But trust me, this one, him can't defend this one. Him cannot defend this one. We have to give the right to the police. We have to give the edge to the police. You understand? Because the man could have get 2 years. The man could have get 3 years. Why choose to give him 9 months? And he already spent 8 months out of the 9 months behind bars already. So in a month time, the man will walk free. You understand me? And the next thing, the question that I have to ask the police, why you never bring the man in front of the gun court? Because that is why the gun court was implemented. You know? If you know you're going to bring the man in front of the parish court, and the parish court have a maximum penalty of 5 years, bring the man in front of the gun court. Because the gun court now could have given him the maximum, which is maybe 15 years. You understand me? So we have a legislation, we have a facilities, a legal facility, but we don't use them. And the police has to be blamed too. Not only the legal system, because the criminals well savvy when they come on to the legal system. You know, they know the intricacies of the law. Sometimes they get the best lawyer to defend them. And what you get a big top lawyer, all they're going to tell you to do, man, plead guilty and you get a lesser charge. Because under law that is afforded to you. Understand me? And that needs to change. Prime Minister, Minister of Security, Minister of Justice. If you're really serious about crime in Jamaica, you have to change that. There, even if the man plead guilty, and I'll get, but it cannot be so low, right? It cannot be just left to the discretion of the judge. It cannot be. It has to be in law a minimum for these crimes, for these criminal activities. Because if you're serious about Because when you check it, we know that over the past 20 years, the gun is the number one tool that is used for murder or criminal use to carry out their criminal activity. So if it is that you're going to give a man, you catch a man with a firearm and you're going to give him 8 months, 9 months, I joke that, man. I joke business that. So, I don't come out and bash Brian Sykes, but at the same time, I understand him because at the end of the day, a man is, and when I say man, I mean both man and woman, but a person is considered to be innocent until proven guilty. And until they can give the court sufficient evidence to say that this man is guilty, then the man have to be presumed innocent. And the police never brought any charges to the court gang related. The only charge that was brought to the court was illegal possession of firearms. So therefore, that is only the thing that that is the only thing that the judge, the presiding judge over the matter, could sentence the man for. You understand me? So I just saw that go. So we just have to just know, say, boy, we have to lobby the government for to change the rule, leverage, change the law there. We say a man is afforded a lower penalty, a lower sentence based on if he plead guilty. Certain crime, it is non-negotiable. You can't negotiable, brother. If you catch a man and he's guilty, maximum. If you really want to cut out the crime, the gun crime in general, you have to do that. You can't slap a man on him wrist. That not gonna work. Alright. So, now talk about the next thing we want to talk about now. With the National Security Minister. And that is why I ask a question if Jamaica is a real place. Because Jamaica can't really, you know. When you read these reports, you have to wonder. Now, I'm going to share 2 things with you. Watch this. Alright, so look at this now. This is the Jamaica Gleaner. Going after gun runners. Law against trading, manufacturing of weapons at top priority. Now that is the Gleaner headline. Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang. Alright, so you're going to come down now, so I hope you can hear me good still. So this is the smuggling of firearms, long considered the lifeblood of marauding criminals gangs, as well as the making of homemade guns and ammunition, is to become a criminal offense under Jamaican law. Now, if this true, it simply means smuggling of ammunition, homemade weapons are not a criminal offense. No, is either the Gleaner tell lie on the minister, or the minister don't know what I say. But may have information that is contradictory to where the man has a right here. So, now, we said the proposed new offense will be included in the revised Firearm Act, which the government expect to unveil in the first quarter of the upcoming financial year. Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, announced on Tuesday. Though the trafficking of guns has long been a criminal offense in scores of countries, there is nothing in the current Firearm Act that deals with the trading and manufacturing of firearms and ammunition. That's what the minister I say. Those are things that will brought into the system: the smuggling, the trading, the manufacturing, modifications, and the paraphernalia that go with that. Chang said during a virtual Gleaner editors forum. Now, big man, big man, this is laughable. This is laughable. What the minister just said a while ago, is that all of these things should become illegal under Jamaican law, should become. Make me understand it. I don't understand it, Rasta. I don't understand this. Because you are telling me, say, then all along them things are never illegal. Minister, you need some explanation to do. You need to come and do some explanation. Because if this is true, then this is unacceptable. It's a dereliction of duty. You tell me say, all of these things we assume. But it lead me to do some more research because me I said, no, this can't real. So, look here now, I'm going to bring on now to to the Ministry of National Security. Now, we are on the Ministry of National Security website, and this is a document. It says sentencing guidelines for use by judges of the Supreme Court of Jamaica and the Parish Court. Now, when you scroll down to page 47, reach down to page 47. Because I have to do some research because I say this can't read. So page 47. Take a look at time because we're close. Alright, so we're at page 47. Alright. So on page 47, we have the Firearms Act. Now, the Minister of National Security say what I just read a while ago, I just show you, him said that, and this now is on the website of the Ministry of National Security. This is the ministry information. Look, so over here so it say importation of firearms or ammunition, right? And up at top, them have minimum over years, so them have been at middle years, so them have 15 years, which is at minimum that. See that so? Statutory minimum. Offense over on the left, so then you have section of act. You give the act, give statutory maximum, statutory minimum. Alright? Look. Importation of firearms or ammunition. See the minimum? 15 years. Maximum life. Now, Minister, you need to come and explain because this is law and you're setting it on the book, so I don't know. I don't know who right. Manufacturing and dealing with firearms and ammunition. Section 9 of the Act that. Maximum life, minimum 15 years. Acquisition or disposal of firearm or ammunition. See it? Section 10. Maximum life, minimum 15 years. Possession of firearms with intent. Life, 15 years. See it? I could go on and on. Use and possession of firearms. Or imitation firearm with an intent to commit or aid in the... See it? Maximum life, minimum 15 years. So I don't know where the Minister of National Security are getting information them. I don't know if I glean and tell lie. But Minister, you need to do some explaining because if the report, when we just read a while ago in the Gleaner, say all of these things supposed to become law or to become criminal offenses under Jamaican law, and at the same time on your website in the ministry where you lead, I say otherwise, then me don't know. I don't know. And if it is that this information here on the screen is not true and what you say is true, then uno culpable and uno should be held criminally responsible because that is a dereliction of duty. Because it is in a modern 2021, you are telling me, say, will you just cite a while ago in the paper, all of that no legal, no illegal in Jamaica, all of that wasn't a crime all along. That means you're not serious. We're not serious. And this is saying the Firearms Act. And it tell you where in the Firearms Act, see that? Section of the Act. See that? Section 40. Section 4. Importation of firearms or ammunition. Section 4 of the Firearms Act. 15 years maximum life. You see it? And see giving the normal range. Usually starting point. You see it? Ammunition. Manufacturing and dealing with firearms and ammunition, section 9 of the Act, life maximum. You see it? Possession of firearm with intent to endanger life maximum. 15 years minimum. You see it? Let me see if it's let me find the one that's illegal possession of firearm. Where is it? See that? Illegal possession of firearms or ammunition. Life. Maximum you can get life. They not put the minimum there. I don't know why. See? So, if you go back to the man now, who them find with the gun? Under law, statutory, you see there? Maximum you can get life. Minimum they don't put it. So the normal range is 7 to 15 years. So let us say alright then. 7 to 15 years. Then how come the man get 9 months? Mr. Minister, Mr. Brian Sykes, Chief Justice, how come the man get 9 months? Because see, that's a normal range. It's 7 to 15 years. But as me say, the man was charged in the parish court. And I don't know if it's because of the parish court why he couldn't get the maximum sentence. But in a time like this, it's a bad precedent to set. It's a bad message, the wrong message to send to the Jamaican populace, to the Jamaican public. See that? Taking in pawn firearms or ammunition. See? Special restriction, carrying firearms, ammunition. Everything is there. So I don't understand where the minister, I don't understand what the minister is saying. This is contradicting what the minister is saying. This is on his website. In the ministry that he leads. I don't understand. People, if anybody I watch who is a lawyer, is a legal expert in Jamaican law, comment, because there's something when I add up. This is not adding up. The Minister of National Security was doing a interview editors forum with the Sunday, with the Gleaner, and when they asked him the question, the man said these are some of the things that will be coming and stream. That means that they're not into reality as yet. And if that is the case of what the minister is saying, then what is on his website? What is this information is about? Because as I said, see there? See there? So the court of arms that Jamaica out of many one people sentences guideline for use by judges of the Supreme Court of Jamaica and the parish courts. See the objectives of sentencing. All right, is there. You can go Google it. You can download it. You can read it. So that was why the general public have a big outrage on social media, because if what the minister is saying is true, as I said, I can't even find words, man. In a 2021, that can't be true, man. That can't be true. That cannot be true. See, the smuggling of firearms, long considered the lifeblood of marauding criminals gangs, as well as the making of homemade guns and ammunition, is to become a criminal offense under Jamaican law. That is to become, that means it not become yet. And that the Gleaner said. The proposed new offenses will be included in the revised Firearm Act, which the government expects to unveil in the first quarter of the upcoming financial year. Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Young, announced on Tuesday. And this is a Gleaner report dated, see that? It's a yesterday. These are the things that will be brought into the system. The smuggling, the trading, the manufacturing, modifications, and the paraphernalia that go with that, Chang said during a virtual editors forum. In the last decade, Jamaica recorded more than 12,000 murders, close to 80% of which involved the use of a gun. The revised Firearm Act is among the legislative priorities of the Ministry of National Security for the 2021-2022 financial year, which begins on April 1st. Now, this is a must all full day, a must all full day, because this can't real. The Criminal Justice Suppression or Criminal Organizations Act, commonly referred to as the Anti-Gang Law, the Alien Act, and the Immigration Restriction Commonwealth Citizens Act, as well as the Investigation and Prosecution Regulation that will govern the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency, are the other priorities, Chang revealed. We will get them out of the system, the minister vowed. Getting legislation done is a tedious process, and it is not totally under the control of the ministry. But I am paying personal attention to it. No, but a your job that you have to do that. And as we Sir P always say, big up Sir P, big up Politics Watch. Is either one can do it, or no one do it. And in this case, no one do it. But described in the overhauling of the Firearm Act as the #1 priority, the National Security Minister indicated that the existing legislation enacted in 1967 was introduced to accommodate a legal framework for the Jamaica Rifle Association, literally. Alright? So, I think I'm showing enough right here, so now. I think I'm showing enough. What the minister is saying is contradicting to what is on his website, the ministry that he leads. And is either him right or the website right. I'm more if you believe, say the website is correct. Because if the minister is correct, then Jamaica is in a dark place. Darker than what we even imagine. So I am going to give him that the minister is incorrect. And if so, he needs to come out and say so. That either he was misquoted by the Gleaner, or at the time, the information was not privy to him and he did not know. But you cannot make a statement like that when, see there, Firearms Act, importation of firearms and ammunition, see there, Section 4, life, maximum, minimum, 15 years. So, ladies and gentlemen, big up on yourself and remember to subscribe to the channel. Home and Garden Fix and Tricks. And as I said, we don't normally talk about these issues, but because it's home and we deal with the home, anything for the home and the family, we talk about it. Big up on yourself, remember to like, share, comment, God bless you.